A door handle is a decorative detail that delivers tremendous bang for the buck. It's quite inexpensive, yet through its design, material, and finish, contributes immensely to defining the style of a space, from traditional to ultra-modern. These hand-forged iron handles open the door to a rustic English country decor. While the handle itself is iron, the backplate behind it is steel. A computer-guided water machine cuts the backplate out of a 3mm thick steel sheet. The machine slices through the steel not with a blade or saw, but with a concentrated high-pressure jet of water. The water contains a tiny amount of a superfine abrasive and cuts through the steel with 2,000 times the pressure of a car tire. The jet cuts the contour of the backplate, then holes for the key, the mechanism, and the screws, which affix the plate to the door. Next, with the beveling machine, they cut a neat angle on all 4 sides of the backplate. This smooths the sharp edges and gives the backplate a finished look. Meanwhile, on a computer-guided lathe, a knife progressively shapes a round steel bar into the main component of the door handle mechanism, the inner barrel. The next tool bores a hole in it to receive the spindle, a bolt that runs through the door, connecting the handles on either side. To make the handle, a blacksmith heats up an iron bar in the 1600-degree heat of a forge and hammers it to a tapered point. Then, he repeatedly reheats and works the iron, hammering it some more and bending it against a steel forming jig. With each bend, the handle comes closer to the final shape. Once the blacksmith has completed his work and the iron handle has cooled, they drill a hole to receive the mechanism. Then, with another tool, they angle the edges of the hole. This increases the surface area to which they now weld the mechanism's inner barrel. The larger the welded area, the stronger the weld. The welder places both components in a positioning jig to get the proper alignment. Then welds them together. He removes the assembly from the jig, flips it, and welds from the other side. They grind the weld lines flat, rendering them unnoticeable. If the handle is supposed to have a hammered finish, this is when they create that texture with, you guessed it, a hammer. Now, they heat the handle assembly and the steel backplate in the forge, then dip them in a vat of beeswax. This protects against rust when used indoors. With the main components now ready, final assembly can begin, starting with the mechanism. They slip a nylon washer, then a steel spring over the inner barrel. Next, they grease the outer barrel made of forged iron and place it over the inner barrel. The washer in between the barrels eliminates friction when they move against each other. This prevents the barrel from wearing out and squeaking. They install a tab washer made of nickel-plated steel. This tab restricts the barrel's rotation so that it doesn't simply spin around and around. This high-strength steel locking clip holds the inner and outer barrels and that important tab washer in place. Now that the handle and mechanism are complete, all that remains is to align backplate to handle and secure it in position with screws. Each retail package contains 2 handles and 2 backplates, one for each side of the door. Also in the box, the steel spindle that goes through the door, connecting the barrels so that the handles turn in unison to retract the latch and open the door. While their mechanics are hidden from view, these hand-forged handles are certainly a sight to be seen. If you have any comments about the show, or if you'd like to suggest topics for future shows, drop us a line at sciencechannel.com/howitsmade.